4, 3, 2, 1. You're done when I see you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done when I see you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done when I see you. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're done when I see you.
Welcome to another edition of Nikki B and Friends, episode 59. What up, friends?
What's going on, Nikki B?
Hey, Nikki.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Good,
We
and you?
Sick as a dog.
um
I have managed to catch, I think this is a cold or something, so I don't know. And then I already wasn't feeling good, but then was trying to be because of these COVID numbers going up. I think I might have made a mistake by getting the flu shot yesterday. I went to my office yesterday, got the flu shot, so then like I just feel like awful today.
mhm.
Which I've been like my throat been hurting probably since the weekend or something like that. So I'm all teed and lemoned out. All teed, lemon, and cough dropped out. Like I'm over it. But I don't have no fever for those out there trying to claim
Good.
something over my life. I don't have no COVID or none of that.
Right.
Right, I can taste and smell, but soon they hear something. Oh, did you hear? Nope,
She got COVID-19.
right. Don't speak
The
nothing over
Rona.
my right. Don't speak nothing over my life. I'm good. What's going on with y'all?
Nothing, man, counting down the weeks to Vegas and my birthday. We are 3 weeks and counting.
Yay,
I'm super
yay!
excited.
You going to Vegas for your birthday?
It's like a cousin's trip too. Like all of my cousins are coming. All of them. Well, not all of them. We leaving the guys out, but all my girl cousins are going. So it's gonna be lit.
Oh,
That's what's
what you
up.
watching, E? I see
I'm
your
watching
head
nothing.
is
So yeah.
up, looking at the TV.
Ain't nothing on right now.
Oh, what's going on with you?
Nothing much. Just got back from a vacation yesterday. So
Where'd
Okay.
you go again?
so I went to Gatlinburg, Tennessee,
Right, that was
up to
right,
the
Tennessee. Yeah.
cabins. Yeah.
How was
Yeah.
that?
Oh man, it was beautiful. The only negative and bad thing I have to say about it is we were like really high in the mountains. And I don't know if the listeners or you guys ever like really been in the cabins in the mountains, but that's not a fun drive at all. Like at all. So there's no guardrails. It's
Mm.
just the road and then that's it. The cliff. But other than that, I really, really enjoyed it. Our families got to meet for the first time. So
Oh, was it you and your
It was a
fiance?
family trip.
yeah, it was a family trip.
Oh, a
Okay.
dual family trip. That was like an
I like
engagement
that.
party.
Yeah, yeah.
Did you
So
tell them to listen to the show?
of course. Just not this episode. You don't want to listen to the first episode back, just in
They
case,
don't
you
want to
know.
listen to a few episodes when you be popping off.
That's what I was just about to say. You actually gave these people but you know you ain't told them
I
nothing
wouldn't
about it.
have.
Somebody probably
They have
gave
found out about my show about accident.
exactly. E ain't told nobody. They probably was even
You
talking
sure
about
right? Why he
I'm
talking
thinking about
crazy?
starting the podcast. E wasn't saying a word. Like for real?
Like
Oh,
for
okay.
real,
That
That's
might
that's
be
what's
what's up,
up.
E.
That's what's up.
Send me that link so I can
Oh
listen, bro.
man.
right, exactly. So all right, so we can jump in to our discussion today, which was and it's so funny because it's actually um kind of came up in my memories, like I had posted it like years ago. I reposted it, and then I'm a part of this page. I want to. It's like something about women. I don't want to say nothing in case they be listening, but like it's like I know it's empowerment is in the thing,
Mhm.
but it's really not Like you would think if you went in there, like if people promoting their business and being real positive,
Uh-huh.
and I wouldn't say that was the case. But after I had posted my question last week, it just so happened that this weekend there was someone else in that group who actually posted the exact almost the exact same situation that our question is about. So it was just funny to hear on my page, on Nikki B and Friends page, because I've been posting, like I posted on my page and Nikki B and Friends page. I was just doing Nikki B and Friends, but then I do both because you know how Facebook be only so many people see and stuff.
Uh-huh.
So so and then the girl did it, but I thought it was just interesting. So I'm even going to share some of the comments and stuff that we got as we're talking about them and talking about it and stuff. So the question is, my child's mother was evicted from her apartment. I didn't want her and my son out on the street. My wife said I could bring my child, but not his mother. I didn't want to break them up, so I let them both stay. Now my wife isn't speaking to me. Was I wrong? So before I jump in, because I know that I'm the opposite of this, I'm sure. I'll let you guys go. No, never mind. I'm going.
Thank you.
Hell yeah, he should let his baby mama stay there. Why would you separate the kids? Now, the only problem that I would have would be the communication part. If she said no, she didn't want it. But to me, that's not even really up for a lot of discussion, especially like in that one group that I was telling you guys about. She was saying her fiance went and got his child, brought his child, moving the child in, and didn't talk to her beforehand, which means he been talking to the baby mama. First of all, where else is the baby gonna go if there's some problems? Now he not even bringing the female; he only bringing his
The
baby.
baby.
So if you didn't have a problem with it being a baby, is it a control issue that he needed to talk to you about it? Either way it go, just like I said, because I went in on her comment like it was a Nikki B and Friends podcast. Cause I'm just like, he really, I hope he see this and rethink even marrying your ass. Because if you got a second guess, his kid coming to live with y'all, he shouldn't be with you in the first place. That
No,
shouldn't even be up for
be a
discussion.
discussion.
I bet you it do you, and she never did answer my questions because, like I said to her, do your kids live there? Do you have kids? Because it's so often that these females, their kids are right there in the household, and then they want to dictate and have something to say about the child that's by somebody else not in the household. They would rather him be more of a father to their kids than his own. Hell no, he needs to get his child. Where else he gonna go? Either he a deadbeat dead or he not.
And if he a deadbeat dad, then you still don't need to be with him. I just don't understand why you would encourage a man to abandon his kid and they in distress.
Right,
You asshole.
right. So that's where I'm at with it. Like, where else is the kid gonna go? Now I can get if the wife. Now, why is the wife saying no? Like the mama can't stay here. First of all, come on, let's be adults about the situation. If she's being put out, you don't have no compassion for another woman. I bet you would let your goddamn cousin stay there.
Or your sister or whoever else.
Come on, E. Come on, E. You trying to take a sip of whatever you sipping on?
I'm
What you
trying to
sipping
sip.
on?
Um, I agree to a certain extent.
You agree with
I
what?
would I
Right.
would definitely, of course, he would take his kid. If my wife says no, we got to come up with some other solutions. Then I wouldn't just leave my baby mother, high and dry. Maybe can we pay for her to get a hotel room or something?
Somebody did
Or
say that. Somebody did say
like
that.
I
What was
would
it?
do something like that. I
Yeah.
wouldn't just leave her high and dry like that. No.
Hmm. So here go a couple of the comments. He is wrong. Yes, he wrong. Your child's mom has family or somewhere she can stay. You can have a child stay there, but not the mom. I just don't understand why people are so insecure. Now, if it's been a real disrespectful situation, I don't even think that the dude would even try to bring the wife in there if she gonna be disrespectful.
Correct.
I mean, the ex or something in there. If they already been arguing and don't get along, I don't even see him doing that. But I just think that people have to be adults in situations like this. I remember at a time when I was younger with my oldest son, I wasn't with his dad. I was with somebody. His dad was with somebody. I remember my car had broke down. His dad bought me a new car under the if she can't get around, my son can't get around. Better not
Mhm.
nobody say nothing. The dude I was with, I know his broke ass had better not had to say nothing. Now, I'm not gonna let me not even say that. He was not broke. He just didn't manage his money well. I'll say that.
Okay.
So that's a different way. I wish he would have said something about somebody buying me a car. And his dad wish she would have said something about him buying the car. I'm the child's mother. Like people have to start putting their kids first and stop worrying about other people's insecurities. That is so insecure. I'm gonna let you stay out on the street and you my child. Like I had to have had some type of love for you at some point in time.
Right.
Anything that happens affects the child. So now I'm gonna
True.
separate the child from the mom because you that
Yeah.
insecure. Now it's one thing if I say, yep, they're coming, you agree, let's put them up in the basement and all that, and you come upstairs and the bitch want to fix breakfast and all of that every day. Hold up, ho.
Wait a
I'm the
minute
wife
now.
here. This my house. Stay in
She's
that
showing her
bedroom most of the time.
appreciation.
Well, yeah, she can clean up.
Yeah, she can
That's
clean
what you
and
could
cook.
do.
She got to show her appreciation.
But it just baffled me how many women were nope, 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 hell no, just so quick to rule that out as an option.
And
And
I
if
guess
you go
I'm
ahead,
sorry. I guess
go
it's
ahead.
different scenarios that can apply to like why were you evicted? Like were you just
Not paying your rent? Did you, is it
right?
because
Like were
of
you
Is the dude
custody?
being
paying? Is the dude paying
irresponsible?
enough child support when she can?
Was she being irresponsible with money, or was
Or is
like
she just
It
simply
getting
don't
to the
matter.
point?
bored?
It don't even. To be honest, it don't matter. Why are we judging that she getting put out? The bottom line is she getting put out. Where my child gonna go?
Period.
Well,
Period.
if you
It
being
don't matter.
irresponsible
It
with
don't matter
money,
if she irresponsible with money or not. My child getting put out. My child don't have a place to stay. If
So
she holding down my child, am
it's
I gonna
less
separate?
about you being in a business, but more about we got a real emergency here. We can figure everything else out later. Where they gonna sleep?
Right. Because it was a lot of that. Well, what was she doing? Why was she paying her rent? If she
That
can't charge her rent, that don't have nothing to do with it. If the child don't have a place to stay or a roof over their head, you want them in a homeless shelter?
no. But we said that the child gonna come with the father.
so you don't gotta care about the mom.
But you gonna
I'm not
separate.
saying it
It's
like that.
already devastating that one they gotta
They being put
one
out.
the baby gotta go to another school. If the mom is the primary has
Custodial
primary
parent.
custody, right,
Mhm.
and the child is with the mother most of the time, being apart from his mom is going to be
It's traumatic.
devastating. So
Hmm.
why are we adding more drama on top of that because of somebody being insecure?
I mean, this is a real situation right here, and I
It
can't
is
say
a real
that
situation.
I've ever really heard of anybody going through that, but it's a lot to consider, I guess. Um, the one thing that should not be questioned though is right now, what we finna do? Because they can't sleep in the car.
Mhm. So here
Facts.
goes somebody. Yes, he is wrong. And if I were your wife, I would be paying for our divorce since you want to pay for your ex to have a roof over her head. The child is one thing, but the mother needs to find shelter elsewhere. I be damned if an ex will be under my roof. Get the F out of here.
Blue.
Telling you, this was the response from pretty much everybody. And it actually reminds me of like just how petty and how insecure women can be. Because if you really think about it, when you see a lot of single parents and stuff like that and relationships and how they go, women for some reason it's very I can from my experience I've seen very few women who get along very well with the child's mom or the ex-wife or whatever. Guys chop it up. Hey, what's up, man? Give each other a play. What's going on?
And it don't gotta go no further than that.
Exactly. And they cool. What you out here doing? You queuing. You know, they had a little casual conversation. Why can't women do that?
Because it's only
Why
one queen bee
everything
to a
gotta be
throne.
an issue?
Petty.
It's only one queen to a throne. That's
And the
right.
thing is like a lot of times, they be wanting to make each other look bad. That's what it is. Look at her. She can't even pay her rent. Won't come stay up in my house and blah, 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 blah. And all that mess she was talking when we first got
But right,
together.
but did we even think
Girl,
about it
shut
that
up.
like she could have got laid off? She could be affected by the COVID.
COVID. Yeah, yeah.
He might
But
not
then,
even be paying a lot in child support. We
but
really don't know. All we know, and we don't really even need to know.
And she probably could have went and had her little case reviewed, and he probably would have had his little check blown to smithereens had she done so.
hmm Here's some guys. I want some guys input. Yep, no woman in their right mind is going to let another woman, the ex, stay there. Really? One, it depends on how big your house is. Now, if you
that's
could
one.
put your child in a room with their mama in a room, she ain't got to stay there long.
Y'all can work that out.
But see,
Right,
that was
work
my
all of
next
that
thing
out. All
too.
of that need to be worked out. But the way people was commenting, somebody like he would have to put out. He would get put out if he bought his mother. If he would get put out with his baby mama and son. Damn, really? But
All
they
three
be
of them
wanting
get
us
put
to
out.
believe, like, and that's the thing that be making me mad when people be like, "Oh, I care about that child like it's my own." It's no question for your own kids. Like
Right.
we all done met them people where they grown kids can come home with kids. But then when the husband daughter try to come home, she can't come. She grown. What she trying to move back in here for? See, that's why you have to be careful when you get in with somebody who already has kids, because too often this is how women act, and it's so annoying to me. So I come in on my own very own page was where everybody was all so negative, and I say, "Wow, you guys really don't have any compassion for the child's mother. If only it's only temporary basis, he should allow her to stay. Show his child a good example." Somebody replied back to me, "Nah, she had to come up with a plan B. Eviction doesn't happen overnight. She has to have at least one girlfriend or family member to call. If not, that tells you about her character. She's an ex for a reason. She not trying to get back with him."
But how often though have we had house guests and it was supposed to be a temporary thing and 1 month turned to three
Well, I
months
don't
to
know
three
about
months?
anybody else that I have kids by another man who's married. And if, Lord forbid, if I were to ever have, I would know in my heart of hearts, I'm only staying here for a couple days. Because I
I
can't
get
stand her.
that,
She can't stand me.
but like being realistic, how many times does that really happen?
Who really want
There
to
are
stay with
those.
their baby mama, their baby daddy, and their wife long term?
Right. Nobody
I
wants
mean,
this
don't
girl.
nobody want to.
Somebody may not even, she may not have any
Well, shit,
family.
she
We
didn't
ain't
plan on
consider
getting
that.
evicted, but here she
Right.
is.
And here come a
So
guy.
But
Here
see,
come a
we
guy.
gonna get in her business. Like,
Right. Here come a guy. He took vows with his wife, so she's supposed to be the number one priority. Is really that simple. He has a child. Like none of these people, and I can't wait to post this on my page. None of these people have considered the child. They automatically went to the two women. The child was not even considered to have these type of responses. She kicking him out so she gonna kick her husband out. Somebody else gonna divorce their husband, all because they can't stand the child's mom that much. Somebody said, I don't think it's a cut and dry kind of situation. I would need to know if there was an issue between the wife and the son's mother, which is a good point.
Yeah.
If the two women respect and are respectful to each other, it's very likely the wife would have compassion for the mom and have no issue with her staying temporarily. But if they have an issue with one another, that would be a difficult situation for them all to be in. Me, myself, really just assuming no man in his right mind would bring a woman into his household where they were so disrespectful. He don't want that drama.
Sure don't.
I agree with that last comment. I don't think it's as cut and dry as we try to make it seem.
The reason why is because we're making it about us. Me, myself, is making it about the child. That's what I'm most concerned with, is the child well-being. And here we go again with another situation where the child ends up paying because the adults can't do right, which so often happens because people put themselves first. Like the guy, the wife is the number one priority. I know this guy. He divorced, him and his wife got a divorce because he felt like she put her son first because she was doing so much for her son. And the son was not even 18 years old, and he was so jealous of the son. This is why you're supposed to have these conversations and know beforehand, before you marry somebody, where they stand. Not enough people, it's too many me, how I feel, what I want. Then you run into these situations, then they mistreating your kids and all of that type of mess. And I'm just over it.
And
Yeah.
I agree with you too, Nikki. Like, there are conversations people need to have before they say I do. And you never know what you will do until you're put in that situation, but at least you had that conversation.
I wonder, do they have this scenario during couples counseling or premarital counseling? Because this is real stuff.
But my thing is, I think it's more important, and it's not even just so much of her getting put out or whatever. To me, it's more focused on, how important are kids to people.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Right.
because so often, and I would say women, but I almost think men have more compassion for somebody than women some of the time. But as a mom, you can't put yourself in this mom's situation where she would be away from her child. Even if, like, a couple of people said the same thing he said, I may get her a hotel room. You can't put yourself in a situation where this mom and child wouldn't be together. Like, as a mom, you just like, nope, F that B. Just because she the ex and a baby mama.
And I agree. I think
Unless you just don't trust the guy. And if you just don't trust the guy, be
Say that.
honest enough. I don't trust you around her. I see the way you still looking at her. She got you wrapped around her finger, and she not gonna come here because I'm scared you gonna sleep with her. Keep it 100. Stop all the bullshit about she should have paid her bills on time. That ain't none of your damn business.
So now you're taking your frustration with him out on her.
Right.
You know who you married.
Why it gotta be beef anyway? It
don't.
don't even have to be
It don't.
no beef.
It sure don't.
And I will say, and we don't make a lot of stuff about race on Nikki B and Friends. But
Mm-hmm.
I will say, it's more black people doing this stupid shit than
Then it is.
white people will buy a house across the street so they both can
Just so they can see the baby every single day.
move around the corner just so they could take their kids to school and all of that. And then they had dinner together once a week.
John will offer up his name for another apartment for Kathy and little Sammy around the corner, and will pay the first month's rent and security deposit so they won't be out. Oh, but Tony, he ain't gonna do nothing for Nisha.
Jabari, no, Jabari ain't
No,
doing that.
no.
No, Jabari ain't doing that. And Jabari want to do that, but he just don't even feel like he in LaQuisha's mouth.
He know that's the right thing to do, but he don't want this chick talking mess. Cause then there's a problem. And even after little Jabari and Nish is in their apartment, he still got to hear her over and over. Like, girl, they's in the apartment, they not even here no more.
Well, then she worried about what she got. Why he got it? What you bought him a new bedroom set? My kids ain't got no.
If she had paid her bill, she would have had what she bought him in the first. Mind your business, lady.
And so the married thing is one thing. Okay, communication, we all know communication is key. But I just can't see I supposed to be, this is how I look at it in an ideal world for Nikki. That it really ain't even gonna be much of a conversation because I should already know what you're going to say, and you're that much for my child that I may, hey, oh girl, I don't know what did happen. Bills ain't paid. They getting put out. I told her she could stay here tonight or whatever, but you know, my baby gonna be with me. Like, you supposed to know that they care that much about your baby. If you gotta have a damn family meeting about your child,
I was just about to say that.
That's the issue. That's the issue for me.
Like maybe the adults, the husband, wife, and the child's mother, we sit down and we game plan. Okay, this is what's gonna happen. You know, I'm not gonna put them on the streets. That's out of the question. They're gonna be here for 2-3 months. She gonna stack her money, get on her feet, and she out or something like that.
It ain't even gotta be that long because, to be honest, I can't even. If somebody that petty, women don't want to. She don't want to stay with this dude and his wife or girlfriend.
She don't. It's like just
like the girl, right? Like the girl who was the fiance. Somebody ended up saying to her, because she making such a big deal out of it. Somebody ended up saying to her, "You keep saying that he didn't talk to you first. That he just came home with the baby. The baby 3. Somebody said, did it even dawn on you that while he was out, she called him and he went and got his child? He didn't bring the girl back. He just brought the baby back." And she feel like they need to discuss that because he brought the baby back, said there's some shit going on. The baby gonna stay here. So, were you gonna say no?
Oh.
If you wasn't gonna say no, shut the hell up, girl. I'm sitting up here dealing with this shit and bringing my baby in. I got to figure out the daycare and all this. And you want to be in my ear about when she called me, I should have called you? I tell you what, I ain't even marrying your punk ass now because I see where my child stands.
It's not a priority in your life.
Exactly.
And what people be forgetting is there's still a family there. No, they're not together, but that's still that man's family. He got a baby with that woman.
People don't look at it like that, though, Shan. That's the that's what the problem is, and it's mostly black people. Like, I'm telling you, one of my friends who, like how you and EB just having deep conversations, me and one of my friends, me and him had those same deep conversations, and his philosophy and what he says, and I agree with him 100%, is black females is the most jealous species there is.
Oh, definitely.
He is not lying
at all.
They do not want to see each other happy.
No, they don't. Nope. Nope. Always has something to say. And to me, this issue right here is the first thing that comes to mind is, so here he come with the baby. You know he came in like, some mess that happened. I had to go get my baby. You want to know what happened? Why you ain't called me?
Girl. We could talk about that later, but
you want to, and to me, I
don't even really feel like there should be a conversation really other than
That's what I said. I said,
It shouldn't.
why would there need to be a conversation? Either you care about the child or you don't.
Or you don't.
I hope he see this, and he really need to, and men do really need to look at this. And if he saw that this was that you had to go onto Facebook on this private group to complain about me bringing my child, not my child mother, just my child, and you had to go on this group to complain about me bringing my child, I don't want to marry you. Your ass gonna be walking down the aisle to let's get married by your damn self, because it won't be me. Because you better believe that if I bring my child in the house with somebody like that's that petty and that jealous, everything my child do is going to be a problem.
Uh-huh.
Why they touched that? They broke that. They did that. They was doing this. Why they fighting? They hit such and such. Girl, shut up. Shut up. And then I don't even feel I mean, have you and I have seen people like this before, and to me that is really stupid. Like, be married and then they get their kid, every other weekend, but when they get their kid, if they go to the store, they take their kid with them. They don't feel comfortable leaving their kid at the house with their wife.
Oh wow,
Who
I didn't know
lives
that
like
was a
that?
thing.
Oh, I promise you, I know somebody.
Wow.
And they was just like, I don't trust
If you don't
them
feel
with my
comfortable
baby.
leaving your kids,
That's the wrong person to have in your crib.
Yeah.
That's the wrong person for you to be with, period.
Bam. I meant to bring my bills upstairs.
Bing!
There you go. There you go. There you go. There you go. And I think that I get so worked up because I am, and anybody who know me, Shan is a good one to tell you that I'm about the kids. Like, why you move them kids away from their daddy? Why you do this? I'm always, it ain't about you. You got to be thinking about these kids first. I'm one of those. So when I read stuff like this, the first thing that come to my mind is the child's well-being. And to see so many adults automatically go with the hell no, she not staying with us,
It's sick.
tells me that they not even giving the child any, like, the child is not the first thought. They on nope. Nah, that B ain't staying here. Why? She doing the stanky walk? Like, now she ain't gonna be walking around in her panties and bra.
There will be some respect in the house.
And why? Well, we need to figure out why she got put out in the first place. No, we don't. We just need to know she ain't staying. She don't have no place to stay, and my baby ain't gonna have no
She
place
need
to
our help, which means my baby need my help. And that's all that need to be said. Now, can this happen again? We gonna have questions.
So it's a one-time thing?
It's not really a one-time thing, but it can't be chronic. Like, you can't keep doing that.
Well, sometimes people have babies by trifling people.
Well, then that's something
Keep
you
it
need.
honest. There's some trifling baby mamas and some trifling baby daddies.
Well, then if
The
that's the
world
case, then
will have you
we
think
need to keep the baby with the daddy where it's a stable environment.
Well, we say stable. Just because you keep a roof over my head don't mean it's stable. Well, if I get to hear about your bitch mouth every time I go make me a damn peanut butter and jelly sandwich, that ain't stable. That I use that ain't stable. That's just the roof. Every time I touch
I'm saying, like, I'm saying, like, okay, so let's say, like, you know what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I'm not saying I don't. I'm just throwing other stuff in there. What you're saying is if the mama's not going to do right and make sure that they keep a roof over their head and all of that stuff, then maybe
other questions.
She stay with her daddy. And I get that. My only thing is, if somebody else is staying there with the daddy, how much do they care about the child? Because it's nothing more frustrating to me whenever I see these people get married, they got kids, and then they like do like I'm taking my daughter's birthday coming up. We going to Disney World, so they doing a family trip to Disney World. Your daughter who don't live in a household, her birthday come up. and we got our ass sitting at a kitchen table with a store-bought cake, that don't balance out to me. And I got an issue with that. So don't tell me you love my child like she your own, because you a whole damn lie. You took your daughter to Disney World and you got my daughter sitting here eating this dry ass cake.
That's not funny.
Y'all know that's what goes on, and I get sick of it.
The Myers.
You can't even take the baby to Cedar Point.
Right, E.
Mr. Adventures, none of
that. My point. The new Jordans come out. Your kids get the new Jordans. The baby who not in the household don't get the new Jordans. I got an issue with that.
She got feelers.
I cannot stand E talking about she got feelings. Oh my God.
It's like, stop saying like how much you love the child like your own. If you're not treating them and doing the same stuff, and I be blaming these wimpy ass men for that. Because
you scared of her? At some point, when you gonna put your foot down?
It's just some scary, wimpy men who gets controlled by women, and women allow that to happen. But soon as a woman, try to do something like that, then women get blamed more. You know what I mean? She didn't let this man come in. He doing this. He doing that. He doing this. Don't nobody be talking about that evil ass wife.
Yeah.
And it's just wrong. It's not fair. All I'm saying is just be fair. Think about the child. And if you don't care about the child, keep that 100. I don't care. And then, dude, stop trying to act like you don't see all the signs that she don't care.
Yeah.
Sometimes you ain't got to say you don't care. All of your actions show.
You show it.
You got to come out the bedroom sometimes, fellas. You don't let that loving keep you from, man.
You think that's what it is, E?
Oh, yeah. She put that good loving on him. You forget all that stuff.
Just sorry.
Some good sex will make you forgive a whole lot of stuff.
Somebody mistreating your baby?
Hey, you said it happens all the time, right?
No, that ain't never happened to me.
Just because it ain't happening to you don't mean it ain't happening to somebody.
Ain't no. Anywho.
So, I'm going to let y'all talk a little bit because I done let all my frustrations out, because I'm telling you, that's my pet peeve, because I can't stand nobody doing nothing to these babies. And for everybody to be so negative, and that's exactly where they went, that they never thought about the child. Yeah, they was like the child could stay in the home, but not looking at the bigger picture about the child being separated from the mom or none of that. Like, come on. White people, we're going to get our apartment right across the street, so
yeah.
sure she's good.
Yeah.
I want to see my baby every day. I'm moving right around the corner. Black people, they move out of town. I don't want to be nowhere near her. What? You got a whole child. Well, my wife, she accepted a job. She didn't apply it out of town because she don't even want to be around. What is it about these babies? And if you don't like them, just say you don't like them. And then why would somebody
found you somebody that didn't have no kids, period.
That's the thing. Mm-hmm. That's exactly what you should do. But I guess like E said, I don't know if that's really the reason why they go along with it, and just it is what it is. But there's a reason, and people just got to be a little bit stronger about the circumstances. Because the other thing about it is that you got to look at too is, so let's go on and take this a step further. You don't want no girl staying in your house, right? She could go with her friend and we don't even know if she got friends in town. There's a lot of people who move and it just be them. Let's say she go back home, hundreds of miles away. Now he not gonna see his child because now the child moving. You ain't even thought about the child and the dad relationship. Because all you knew is Debbie wasn't staying in my house. She should have paid her bills. Now the dude don't have a relation. The dude and the child barely seeing each other because now the child is out of town, and they're probably happier that way because then they ain't got to be bothered with the child coming over because they ain't want the baby coming over in the first doggone place, in my opinion. So they happy with that, but guess what? Now we got another product of environment that don't have daddy in their life that we could check off and say daddy not in their life when they get arrested to add to the statistics.
It's a vicious cycle.
That don't have to be. We have got to do better.
Black people, we got to do better.
We have got to do better. That's all I'm saying. We just got to do better. Because we're not thinking about kids in a lot of situations. It's about us, our needs, our wants. The lady disrespectful, blah, blah, blah. We'll get them a hotel room. Okay. Where your kids at? Where your kids at? You'll let your cousin and her 3 kids come and stay with you and your husband, but you ain't going to let his child and mother come and stay? This girl ain't trying to be in your house no longer than she got to be. She don't want to be there. And she really doesn't. Now you know her business, and she know everybody going to know her.
You really don't want to be there no longer than she got. Because she know the first time you get a chance, you telling somebody her business.
Throwing it up in her face and all of that stuff. I just can't even see her.
Being rude in the house on purpose and all that old ignorant mess.
Right.
Ooh.
I just don't get it. Y'all go ahead.
I really do believe, and I can attest to this because it's happened to me. There is a disconnect when you pull away from the other parent. There's a real disconnect of feelings. It's over. The only feeling I got for you is because you are the father or the mother of my children. There is a such thing as a real disconnect where you pull back all of your own feelings because it ain't about you no more. And it's not easy, okay? It's not easy, but you got to have a made-up mind that this ain't about me no more. And once you get to the other side of that made-up mind where you don't give a damn about what they doing unless it's about your kid, that's where we refuse to go. We refuse to disconnect our own feelings and just think about the kids. It's almost like it don't happen. So when people see like my relationship with my kid's dad, that is so foreign to so many people. And people always have a million questions like how and why and what? Because we parents.
Exactly. People they miss that part. And that's how
I communicate with him often. He is the father of my kids, and I don't give a doggone if it's a hangnail. I inform him. My auntie got a hangnail at school today. I did take her to the med center to get it pulled out. It's wrapped up in a bandage. We gave her some ibuprofen. Homegirl doing good. Just thought you should know.
And see, to me, that's the communication that should happen. That's the communication that I was accustomed to. But unfortunately, that is not always the case, because the other thing is you will do that and whoever they're with be like, that bee just wanted to call. She ain't got to call about every little thing that happened. What? Either you want them to be.
And then my baby's finger gets infected, and now we got to be amputated, and now we got to go for major surgery. And why she ain't tell you? Yeah. Because you don't want me to tell him nothing.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So, E, what questions you asking before y'all get married?
Listen, this goes back to what I said a few episodes ago. And it's not 100%, but this is why I say people with kids should date people with kids. I don't have kids. And my current situation, my fiance doesn't have kids either. But I would always rather not date someone with kids just because it's just certain situations I don't want to put myself in and I don't want to be in the middle of.
Oh, you can't care about nobody's kids?
I didn't say that, but I don't want to say what I will and won't do.
That's what he's saying, Shan. That's exactly what he's saying. But see, I
Because I'm about to
respect
say,
he
I care
saying
about the
that.
kid, but I may not care about him.
This ain't
The
about
baby
him.
father when I say him. I can care about the kid, but not the baby father.
You don't have to.
But the question for today was, would you let the baby mother and the child stay?
No, well, okay. Okay,
So
you're
I
right.
would let so that's just how I feel. I mean, I know what the right thing is to do.
So
So
why can't just do
Well,
like my mama say?
what is the
It's
right
right to
thing
do
to
right.
right? What is the right thing to do?
the right thing to do would be to keep them together and have them both come stay with you.
So what's wrong with that?
I didn't say there was anything wrong with it,
Oh,
but I can see how you trying to keep peace with your wife. You trying to. It's a lot of moving parts, and I just don't think it's as cut and dry.
I think you probably moved too fast getting with her old girl, if she can't care for you to care for your kid.
I mean, that's one way to look at it.
I mean, cause
But that's why I say I
that's a
don't
deal
date
breaker
women
for
with
me.
kids.
That's a deal breaker for me. When I date guys, I
I
have
almost
literally dated guys who want to be in my face every time they get a break. Bruh, go spend some time with your kids.
As they should.
Go spend some time with your kids. You were supposed to get them last weekend. You was working. You not working this weekend. You want to be up in my face. Go get your kids. Get up off my phone. All the way off. Blocked. Go get your kids.
Did you say block?
Blocked.
You done blocked the man.
Girl, you know, I
Damn.
mean, dude, you know how quick I am to block somebody.
I
I'm
know.
the queen of block. I don't be having time for that foolishness. And to me, that's foolishness because it's not even like, it don't have to be, it shouldn't even be that big of a topic. And let me just add to the Facebook people with the question and the girl. So many of those people said how the dude was wrong and no, he should have told you, he should have called you before he brought the baby and blah 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 blah. And I promise you, like, I was just like,
blown away.
yeah, I just didn't get that. I get I mean, now let me just say this. If it's your wife, I do say now, some people give fiancés, boyfriends, and stuff like that the same respect they give to spouses. I don't. That's just me. I'm gonna be honest. If it's your wife, yeah, you may have a conversation if this is what's going on and this a whole thing is gonna affect her. They come into her house. But the bottom line should be, it shouldn't even be that long of a conversation. Once you say, yeah, Sharika, dumbass, ain't been paying her rent. They getting they getting put out.
Nikki,
I
you
gotta go
can't say with
get
her dumb ass.
right. I gotta go get Lil Jabari. You should like to me, the first response from your wife should be, where Jabari at? Go get him. She should be go get him.
They all right? Where they gonna go?
Right. Let's go get him. Yeah, he good. But the only thing is, she don't have no place to stay. She's trying to find some place. You know him. Like, can she stay here? You know. And if they've been getting along, it shouldn't be no. It may be like I could see the questioning becoming. First of all, let's go get him as soon as possible before the damn city sit him out with your shit.
And do she know that she gonna be evicted? Has she gotten, what do they call it, a writ before they put you out? Like, you about to be put out before you get put out. So I'm hoping she would have said something. Let's go get him and give me a U-Haul. Let's get all his stuff. Put it in a room.
That's what somebody said. So I guess
So
it is a
then,
process. I didn't realize.
but
I guess
then,
maybe you do. Go
so
ahead.
then
Yeah,
that just goes back
the
to.
whole process is about 30 to 45 days at the very least. You
So
know
then,
if you're getting put out or not.
so
Okay.
wait a minute. Then I definitely changed my answer because if you know you about to get put out, why don't you come to me before you get put out so we can game plan?
Try.
Maybe I can give you some money so you can.
Stop that from happening. By the time you get
Yeah.
evicted, you owe.
And that's what I'm saying though. You know you ain't paid 3-4 months worth of rent. Nah, come on.
Well, here's the
So
thing. You know, maybe she was trying to work on other situations because she don't want to go there. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I mean? Or if you got the guy feeling uncomfortable or whatever, maybe he didn't even feel like coming and talking to you about it. That's why you finding out about it at the last minute. All I know is if old girl called and said, "This is what's about to happen with the baby," go get the doggone baby. Like ain't no we it don't ain't no need for no discussion. We ain't gotta have these long talk and all of this stuff. Well, why ain't she pay her rent? None of your damn business why she ain't pay her rent. I don't
And
know what
even
she
as
was
it's
doing
kept
wrong.
though, even if you do want to discuss that, you shouldn't. We can discuss that tonight while we in the bed or something. But
You could be fake and phony and discuss that with your sister and them on your phone on your way to work tomorrow when you talking to your people. That's when you could discuss that.
right.
I ain't see why wasn't she
Right.
paying the bills no way and now she all and letting people get all in your ear. So your baby not welcome and all of that. Come on, come on, come on, come on. It's just like, come on, we gotta stop always being about self. Now, if she
Mm-hmm.
disrespectful, no, you're not letting nobody disrespectful in your house. We already know that.
Right.
And if anybody know that, your husband should know that. And if your husband knows that, guess what? He's not gonna bring her there. If he does bring her there, that means he ain't nothing with you like that. He don't care about you
Then
and
he
your
would be
feelings.
quick to make other arrangements, whatever they might be.
It may just be he ain't fooling with you. You just may not be the priority. You may
Right.
think you the priority. Maybe he want his own thing back, and maybe that's why you so insecure in your heart of hearts. You know you was second choice. Did he really want to be with old girl? And that's why you up in your feelings in the doggone place. We don't know.
oh, so she was a side chick promoted to.
Now,
Oh,
we ain't
Happens
heard
every
that.
day, B.
So they probably
Happens
had their
every day.
baby. Right, they probably had
hey,
their baby. Might have broke up. He didn't really want to break up.
she's
She was
scared of
like
that
she
Maybe
was
they
promotion.
wasn't
scared of
even
it.
really in a whole relationship themselves, but whatever the case
Right.
might be.
We ain't making her no side chick. We just saying she don't want to be bothered with him. Maybe he still do. Well, maybe some way the wife. I would respect the wife more or the girlfriend more if they said, "I know he still want her, and I don't want her to be around." But just don't be like, "Nah,
But then why you
nah,
with him
nah,
then?
nah, nah."
If you think that,
You dead insecure. That's the same chick that when they have a get together and invite you over to their house and somebody nice and attractive come in, they hurry up and sit on his lap so people can know that that's their man. Girl, no. We know, okay, we
we
get
know that's
it.
your
It's
man.
your
We get
boo.
it.
Y'all married. We get
girl,
it.
don't
We get it.
nobody want him but
Right.
you to go. Don't nobody want him but
Right.
you.
And it always be the ones though nobody even want. Like,
Yeah,
sis.
we know he cheat on you. We do not want it. He won't come over here and turn my hair going. I'm straight. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey. We just seen him with Quita yesterday. We ain't want to tell you to hurt your feelings because it's the holidays. But truth,
Hey,
quiet as
I
it's
was just about to
kept.
say that. We just saw him do that with somebody else last week.
Quiet as it's kept.
Now y'all gonna make old boy out to be a cheater. I wasn't gonna make him to be no cheater.
Same outfit and everything. I
I'm just
Right.
saying. So, wow, this hour then went by quick.
mean, it did.
Um,
Real.
so, and I probably took over most. I be passing and Nick love the kids. Okay,
Right.
Nick love the kids. Okay, um, yeah. So, let's go ahead, cause make sure y'all before we do our closing remarks, y'all want to say anything else? Because I know that I did kind of
Mm-mm.
hammer this.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
I
those type
agree
of
with
issues.
you.
I just want people to go back to a time when kids came first. And I'm telling you, if it's one thing I'm passionate about the kids, I can't stand to see nobody treating kids different that's not in the household. To me, any man who allows that is just a wimpy ass man, and I don't want to deal with him no way. And then I really can't stand because I get so sick of looking at the news and seeing a step parent then killed, beat, burned, this a child, they just out here abusing these kids, and
Yep.
I'm just sick of it. Like my stomach just cringes, and it just happens so often, and we just don't pay attention to it. So closing remarks. Go ahead, Shan.
There has to be a level of respect on all, I feel like, with everybody. Once again, like I said, like, take your own feelings out the situation. If you are the wife or you are the husband, you can't think about yourself. This isn't about you. This is an emergency. 911, hello. We don't got time for, you know, the small stuff. We have to figure this out. And what happens is when you bring one woman and another woman, guess what? You got a family of three. We all a family, quiet as it's kept. So he need to care for you and he need to care for her. But this is about the baby. You can't. You got to get out your feelings, sis. Get out your feelings and be truthful. If this ain't a situation that you signed up for, let it go.
I'm doing my little amen. This is my tambourine.
This ain't what you signed up for. Let it go. Go ahead, E.
But you
I'm
signed
a
up for it
piggyback
if you
off.
got kids. But go ahead. E.
I'm a piggyback off what Shannon said, and I'm gonna just say, just whether you husband, wife, whatever, make sure you know what you're signing up for, and know who you marrying. That's the biggest thing. Know who you marrying. That's all I got.
So then I will come in and I will piggyback off of what Shannon said and what E said, especially what E said. Know what you got and what you're working with. And remember, a child, I don't care whether that child is 6 months or that child is 16. The child still didn't ask to be here. The
Right.
child still didn't pick who their parents was going to be. And you are responsible, no matter who you're with, to take care of that child. God gifted that child to you. So when you letting other people come in, and I'm married, my husband should come first and all of this type of stuff. But if you here's my thing. I'm not marrying nobody who don't care about my kids.
That part.
Yeah.
So when I marry somebody, I supposed to know my child is important to that person. And if my child is about to be put out on the street and I feel like I need to ask permission for my child not to get put out on the street, you ain't the person for me. Because that shouldn't even be, I may need to bring it up. It need to be like a 911. Hey, we need to get over here. They about to get kicked
Victim.
out. We need to go get the baby or whatever. That's what it should be. In my opinion, that's what it should be. If I gotta sit down, if I get a call, if they putting stuff outside, and then I gotta have a damn hour conversation with you before I go get my child, I don't have time for that shit.
Nope.
I don't have time for that, and we ain't. That right there is what we not gonna do.
Because I be done moved out my house and got me and my baby mama. You
Me and my
stay over
baby
there.
both
But
gonna
you
be
better.
me and my
Right.
baby both gonna be bachelors.
Exactly. And then you look around and guess what? Old girl staying there. They may be better co-parenting. She got her own bedroom. He got his own bedroom. And then you somewhere looking stupid because you insecure. Because the bottom line is, if we looked at the real bigger picture, that you need to come to me and we need to have a discussion and all that shit, that's a form of control. Take your narcissistic ass on. We ain't gotta have a meeting about everything, bruh.
Yep.
We ain't
Yep.
gotta have a meeting about that. We just don't. We starting off want to bring up the kids and this important issue. Next thing I gotta talk to you before I get clear off my damn
No,
fingernails.
bitch, you
I ain't got
need
time for that.
therapy, is
Right.
what you need. You need a shrink. You got some issues, and it's within you. Has nothing to do with my family. Those are underlying issues in yourself.
Yeah, what she said in my final remark. Yeah, kind of what she said. Yeah. Cause me and Shan on this, I think it's really because we are so secure about ourselves and who we are. It's just a lot of insecure women, and we need to put together us a nice little,
Network.
yeah, so we could help these women boost up their self esteem. Because
Let me
even
help
if
you,
you
sis.
do have a problem and stuff like that, like don't ever let no other female see you sweating.
See you sweat.
You may not like her and all that, but don't let her know you don't like her. Hey girl, how you doing? Ooh, we out there doing this thing on the basketball court. Your rent up. You caught up, right? Cause it could be at right, right. Cause it could be at the point if you could fake a relationship with somebody you really don't care for. Keep your little enemies close. If you thinking something's still going on, it could even be the point where you calling her like, hey, listen, I done messed up. I ain't pay the bills, you know.
I got this and this
Yeah,
going
I got this
on.
right. I'm gonna be calling E in a little while. I just wanted you to know. It could be that. I just don't even see. Let's stop. Let's remove egos. That's what I'm gonna say. Let's remove egos and remember that it's a bigger picture, and that's the child and what the child needs. And let's start acting thinking like white folks and doing what's best for our kids. A white person to stay married till their kids get 18, their kids go away to college, they move out. You be like, what? You
George
be
be
like,
seeing Allison down the street and he ain't
right,
leaving. He ain't leaving Karen because Allison, I'm sorry, but I'm staying for my kid. I just can't leave right now. You know,
yeah, yeah. Let's start thinking like that when we at a place when we be putting our kids first. We
but
got
little
too many.
Timmy done been off to Harvard for 3 years now.
Right. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. You saying he lied? All right then. So don't forget to follow us at Nikki B Nikki and Friends on Facebook, Nikki B underscore and underscore friends on Instagram. We appreciate you guys listening and rocking out with us as always. We appreciate you. Please, whatever you do, do not come in my inbox again asking me about did any of us do the generational wealth thing. That's all I'm saying. Don't ask us about it.
Don't
Don't
ask
ask.
us nothing.
I don't want
We
y'all
don't
to
want to
think.
talk about it.
Right. I don't want y'all to think that I'm ignoring y'all questions. That I'm ignoring y'all. So all I'm saying is we not talking about it. That's all I'm saying is we not talking about it. Go back to the interview. See if you could reach out. If you could get your question answered directly through her. Did any of us invest? No, we didn't. Why? We're not discussing it. All righty. All right. Thanks. We appreciate you.
Bye.
I can't stand her. Like I need to. Ugh. What it is? But I know you're missing, man. Yay. Yeah, I am, homie.